Hey everybody, welcome to a special Christmas painting video. I'm George, I'm the painter, Whippy Penguin. Welcome back yet again. So today we have a deck by Uberdub with a couple of very small changes. Main deck change, I dropped the Arena of Glory, added a ninth mountain. One of the things I've noticed on these MTGO streets playing the last month is I've been getting wastelanded a lot playing these different decks. It's I've lost a lot of games to just being wastelanded. And, sometimes that is my Urza Saga. It's not going to matter. My Ancient Tomb is not going to matter. But when it's my Flex Mountain, and it has been the Flex Mountain in Arena of Glory and Great Furnace that is putting me back, it's terrible. It feels bad. So I cut the Arena of Glory. I know it's very good, but I also know that Basic Mountain is good. So otherwise, we have kind of like a good stuff painter deck. 7 blasts with 4 pyro, 3 red elemental, and then 3 lightning bolts on top of it. And then we've got our like normal tutor targets of Ensnaring Bridge and Dragon Engine and Chaos Defiler, and then Soul Guide Lantern up here, a Lotus Petal, and a Soul Ring to pop out of the Urza Saga. We got 2 Karns with a very modest Karn sideboard. Our Karn board is a Pithing Needle, a Disruptor Flute, a Liquid Metal Coating, and 2 Void Mirrors. Kind of feels like Liquid Metal Coating is the only card in the Karn board that really matters. Karn is in here for his one-sided Null Rod ability. I think primarily, and secondarily, he is really good against like blue-white X control decks that have exile-based removal. So, like our Painter Servants are going to be exiled by Swords to Plowshares or Leyline Bindings. So Karn can fetch them out of exile. Also, it can get Liquid Metal Coating and just put them in the dirt by eating all their lands. I imagine this is going to come out against a lot of decks where it's not really applicable. The only other change I made to Uberdub's deck is I didn't know exactly what to cut, so I cut the 3rd Fury for a 3rd Fairy Macabre. After having never played against Oops All Spells and Paper, coming over to MTGO, I've played 5 leagues now, I believe, and I've played against Oops All Spells 4 times, I think. So that's obviously kind of problematic. I've been able to win the games that I am on the play where I can stick kind of like a hate permanent, but I have not been able to win a lot of the game threes. And so I would just like a 3rd Fairy Macabre. It's coming at the expense of the 3rd Fury. Maybe it should have been a 3rd Blood Moon. I'm a little unsure. I erred on the side of Fury because we do have a handful of Lightning Bolts, as well as the 7 Blasts plus Painter to blow up anything. And so yeah, that's it. We played this Uberdub deck in a league already. Unfortunately, there were a number of misplays, misclicks, and bad matchups. And I went 1-4 instead of. I'm pretty sure I would have gotten a 3-2 had I been able to manipulate MTGO correctly instead of clicking through turns and not Goblin Weldering a painter for the win. I'm unsure how that happened. So unfortunately, I tossed it, but it was good practice, and it brought me to the decision of playing the 3rd Fairy Macabre and the 9th Mountain. So I'll see you guys for round 1. Bye. Hey everybody, welcome for round number 1. We won the die roll. We are going to play first. All right. What do we got? Mountain, Grindstone, Welder, 2 Sagas. Our hand is really slow. We're already kind of at a mulligan. So what can we do? We can lead Mountain Welder, Mountain Grindstone. We could try to go really slow. I don't know if we want to go really slow. We could also lead Mountain Grindstone and then play Urza Saga on turn 2. We're going to keep. We're going to try it. Hopefully we're not going to come up against a matchup where we're going to be dumpstered. And I believe I'm going to develop a turn 2 Urza Saga off of my basic mountains to get us into the mid game. Island. Okay, perfect. Tamio. All right. So we're going to play the Urza Saga. And we're also going to play Grindstone after I get through my Declare Attacker step. I'm still getting used to the stops. And we're going to pass. There's no reason to attack. The Tamio would be able to just block my Goblin Welder anyway. Drawing a Painter is a great draw now, too. They would need Counterspell and Removal Spell to stop us from comboing them with a Painter. Alright, so we survived the turn. What's happening? Bitter Triumph to kill our Goblin Welder. I'm okay with this. Obviously, they could be dumping something in their graveyard. They took damage. Okay. We drew a brick. No response. Alright, so if I play an Urza Saga now, I can make a construct, get a Lotus Petal, make a construct. No, if I play the Urza Saga now, I won't be able to get the next iteration. So we're just going to go with what I had originally planned, Basic Mountain, and we're going to make a construct at the end of their turn, and then make another construct, and probably develop the next Urza Saga as well. Consider, okay, so are we against Tempo Doomsday? Grindstone is pretty decent against Doomsday. Thoughtseize, that's great. Our hand is hot garbage. Okay, so I think our opponent's on Doomsday. We'll make a construct. Can't block it. Alright, another land. That's pretty cool. Alright, we'll make another construct. And then we're going to resolve our Saga. And I think we have to... get the Soul Guide Lantern here. And we'll take your Consider. And then we'll play another Saga. And smash with this construct. So we have... do we have lethal? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We do have a lethal construct attack next turn. They would need to construct a Doomsday and win pile. We don't want to crack the Soul Guide Lantern, I don't think. If they have a Murktide Regent, they have a Murktide Regent. 1, 2. Okay, so they have a Wasteland. That is unfortunate, but okay. Now that leaves us open to Grindstone, which I think we might be in the market for. We've got, also, we can still attack for 10. Oh, so, okay, now there's a Tainted Indulgence now, so I think it's Reanimator now, actually. Archon of Cruelty, okay. It is not Doomsday. Oh, if we put an Archon of Cruelty into play, we probably lose. End step. Awesome. Okay, wow. Card just does not do anything. Let's attack both of these at Yuke and put you to 1. Oh no, put you to 3. And all right, we got our Soul Guide Lantern. I think we might be okay. Of course, drawing anything other than mana sources would be pretty great. Our opponent can buy back a Bitter Triumph or a Tainted Indulgence, but I think I would crack the Soul Guide Lantern if they tried to Tamio. All right, is this a Murktide Regent? No, it's an Abhorrent Oculus. Okay. So that can stabilize. Oh man, that's rough for us. Okay. We need to draw something good. Pyroblast is something good. Destroy target permanent if it's blue. We'll hit this. All right. Let's go to sideboard. So we have a couple extra. We have an extra Fairy Macabre. No Blood Moon. I don't think we want Blood Moon on the draw. I think we want these Untimelies. And we're going to cut the Karns. And we're going to cut the Chaos Defiler. And then I think we're going to cut 2 Lightning Bolts. Do we want to bring in maybe the Pithing? Nope, not the Disruptor Flute. Do we want to bring in the Pithing Needle? We can hit the backside of Tamio with it. We can hit Wasteland. No, I think with our 7 blasts we're okay against the Tamio. We also have the Zagathus Soul Cauldron too. All right, we're gonna submit. All right, what do we got? This hand looks pretty good. We can stop an early stuff. We have a Goblin Welder as noise. This Untimely Malfunction can maybe get our opponent really good. I like it. I think we're going to lead with the Goblin Welder. We would love to see a Daze. Okay, no Daze. Maybe we're going to get a Fatal Push. Island, okay. Katara. Don't have anything for Katara. That's pretty good. All right. So that was a pretty great draw. Force of will. um, what do I do about that? I guess I just let it resolve. Yep, that's fine. All right, so I guess my plan is that next turn I can play Grindstone, activate Welder, and Untimely Malfunction, a removal spell with the Simian Spirit Guide. At least that's my idea. We pitched an Undercity Sewers. No blocks. No Wasteland. All right, part one, pretty good. Engineered explosives on one. That is pretty great. All right, so what can we do here? I think we want to Untimely Malfunction here to destroy target artifact. They can't pop the explosives. And now we can play Grindstone, hold priority, and try to kill them. All right, so we got the Grindstone. We're going to Grindstone them, holding control. And we won the match. All right. See you guys for round number 2. Hey everybody, welcome to round number 3. Looks like we lost the die roll. What do we see? Dragon Engine. I know Lightwalker is ecstatic right now, seeing this Dragon Engine in my hand. 2 out of 3 games so far. All right, what are we doing? Turn 1, Mountain Pass. Turn 2, Goblin Engineer. Put nothing into the graveyard. I think we can do better than this. We're going to mulligan. All right, this hand is better. We'll keep. And I think we're going to put the City of Traders on the bottom. So I want to lead on Pyroblast. Oh, okay, well, we got a Thoughtseize. Probably going to eat our Painter Servant, I would guess. All right, took a Pyroblast. Interesting. Mountain, we're gonna pass. Next turn we will play Ancient Tomb and Painter and keep up Blast. Here we go. Painter, and then everything's going to be blue. And we're going to pass. All right, so what would be an excellent draw? Fatal Push. I'm okay with that. I don't want to fight with my Pyroblast there. Fatal Push would be an excellent draw. Another Goyf. Oh, did I say Fatal Push? I think I meant to say Fable of the Mirror Breaker. All right, so we've got another Goyf. Goblin Welder. That's not a bad one. Let's play a Mountain. We'll keep this Great Furnace in our hand where it's safe. So now we may be able to get our painter back into play. Best draw, Grindstone off the top. Orcish Bowmasters. Okay, can't stop that. That one's pretty good too, huh? All right, let's play an Ancient Tomb, and we'll pass. So blue-black tempo with the Nethergoyfs and the pushes. Barrogoyf. Yeah, that sure is bad. I'm gonna die with this Pyroblast in my hand, huh? Alright. Ensnaring Bridge off the top. Nope, that's a lightning bolt. What does that do? Nothing. Alright, so we're gonna pack it. We're gonna pack it up on this one. Alright, what do we want against this opponent? I don't think we want the Karns. I do think on the play, for sure, we want the Blood Moons. We want the Untimelies. And then what don't we want? I think we can cut the Soul Guide and leave the Soul Cauldron to work on their graveyard a little bit. And then I'm going to cut a Bolt, and I think I'm going to cut a Red Blast. And we'll go like that. All right, we're going to play first. No Blood Moons. What do we got? We have a really aggressive Urza's Saga hand. They're not gonna combo us. Like if they hit us with a Wasteland on the Saga, I think I'm gonna go for it. I think I'm gonna go Great Furnace, Grindstone, and then turn to Urza's Saga and try to develop as a Saga gamer. I want to lead on the Great Furnace. It's possible, unlikely, that they will Wasteland our Great Furnace. They're thinking about Force of Willing. So best thing for us would be to, I guess, for our opponent to put a Tamiyo into play, and then we can play Urza's Saga and then Red Blast the Tamiyo. Our opponent doing nothing is also pretty great for us. So let's play the Urza's Saga and hope that we can start developing constructs. They will be very big. Our opponent will probably put nothing into the graveyard. They like it. They like what's on top. Wasteland. Perfect. We're gonna go ahead and develop the second Saga, though. We thought that might happen. So our draw does not change our mind. Oh, we've drawn pretty poorly this match. A lot of lands have been drawn for Team Penguin in this match. Okay, they do not have a Wasteland. They do have a Null Rod, though. What a kick in the ass. Thank goodness we have this Ancient Tomb so that our Urza's Saga doesn't get turned off. So we can still make some pretty big constructs. 1, 2, 3, 4. They'll be 5/5. Barrogoyf is pretty big too, though. Okay, and then we can also make a soul cauldron. And look at me here. I cut the pithing needle from the deck. Okay, so I guess let's put this lotus petal into play, and then we'll play a mountain. And my guys, this is a 5/5. This is a 5/5. You are a 3/4. All right, yeah. I guess we're gonna attack with my 5/5, and then block with my 5/5. I don't want to play the Soul Cauldron and tap myself out of red. Brainstorm, yep, that's fine. That does not add to the Baragoyf. It'd stay at 3/4. A Blood Moon in this game would... Oh, there's Wasteland. Enchantment, lands, and instants. Can you put a creature or a sorcery into the graveyard? F1. You could have put an artifact into the graveyard. Shoot the sheriff. Okay. I can't do anything about that. A painter would be pretty good, I think. All right, what do we got? Fable of the Mirror Breaker, which we can't cast now. Force of Will. So I'm gonna do this mostly to keep the Soul Cauldron out of the graveyard. Now it's a 5/5, and this is a 4/5. So if they play a sorcery, they brick my thing. I have to try to block with my construct though. Oh, there's my Fable, but it does not grow the Baragoyf. Oh, but now with the sorcery did, this is probably a done deal. We need to rip the Ensnaring Bridge right now. Murktide Regent. There's the Murktide. You're gigantic. And a lightning bolt. All right, well, see you guys for round number 3. Hey everybody, welcome back for round number 3. Looks like we lost the die roll, but that's okay. This hand looks pretty decent. I like where we're going. We're going to go Mountain Welder, Saga Engineer, and see what we can do. Yep. It's possible. No, we don't have a 1-drop artifact. If we had a 1-drop artifact, it'd be possible that we would want to... Ooh, elves. All right. What do we want for elves to win? Let's play the Welder. So turn 2, I think we are gonna... I guess it depends on what we draw. We really want to see a bolt. Unfortunately, my sideboard, I took out the 3rd Fury. Oh, look at this guy messing with my graveyard. Maybe I should have blocked that guy. Food for thought. Okay. I like that. And then I think I want to play it. Everything is blue. We can red blast the Keen-Eyed Curator. Actually, we can't really red blast it. We're going to take it. Ouch, it hurts. All right, we're going to... No response. We're going to put this Ancient Tomb into play, and then we are certainly going to try to win the game on my next main phase. You can have Once Upon a Time. That's not where I want to put the red blast. Heritage Druid. That's not where I want to put the red blast. Return an elf you control. Untap target creature. This is a raccoon. You can have a Birchlord Rangers. Tap 3 untapped elves you control. Elf. Raccoon. Okay. We will make a construct just in case. We will generate a mana. Get the grindstone. Play land just in case. And we will grindstone you. Did we see your graveyard? We did not. Okay, begin sideboarding. So we definitely want to hit these Furies. And then we want to hit the... I think we want to hit the Wirewood Symbiotes with this. We're going to take out the Karns. And then we're also going to take out the Soul Guide Lantern. And we're going to take out a Fable of the Mirror Breaker. And push. All right, what do we got here? Phyrexian Dragon Engine in my opening hand. So this is my Wirewood Symbiote card. I think we need a mulligan. This hand is amazing. And we're gonna put the painter back. Done. I'm gonna lead on Mountain. I think I have to. I think with the Fury and the mulligan, we have to be okay with a turn 4 combo. Oh, well, see, now we drew the Mountain so that we could combo on turn 3. We drew the mana source. Okay. I know that in, I think the last video, I'm not sure, or maybe it was the one that got deleted, I had been playing a couple of Urza Sagas on turn 1s when I probably shouldn't have. Okay, so we're gonna have to Fury on my turn. We also just kind of have the win again. Yep, no response. Mountain. We're gonna make everything blue. They only have one card in their hand. They only have one card in their hand. So we can Monkey Blast to not die. Oh, I wonder if they have Talon Gates of Madara in their deck. They probably do, right? One. No response. All right, so now I think what we're going to do is try to Fury his two guys, unless he phases out my painter right now. Which it looks like he might be. Nope, that's a forest. Disruptor Flute. Yeah, that's fine. You're going to name Grindstone. And then I'm going to Red Elemental Blast it. But first I'm going to kill your two Elvish Reclaimers. I don't want him to have the land. So that's what we're going to go for. Typing out Grindstone. That's fine. You did name Grindstone. We're still going to get a Grindstone. Right there. We're going to play Mountain. We're going to Fury. This is going to kill both of these Elvish Reclaimers. So they're going to die. Maybe. And what are you going to get? Is it the Talon Gates of Madara? It's a Bayou. And then here is where I'm going to act. So we're going to pay a red. And we're going to kill, destroy target, blue permanent. We're going to kill this Disruptor Flute. We're going to exile this for red, Mountain, and we are going to Grindstone you. All right, we'll see you guys for round number 4. Hey everybody, welcome back to round number 4 with the Uberdub Painter deck. I lost the die roll. When will my opponent join? Well, when will he decide? All right, they have decided. What does our hand look like? It has the combo. We're bad against Wasteland. I think I want to try it. We got lots of mana sources in our deck. I'm going to lead Great Furnace Grindstone. Our opponent has a Scythecat Cub avatar and a Lair of the Hydra. It's probably Cradle Control. So I think this is our best bet, is to go fast. We might not be fast enough, though. What'd you put in your hand with Once Upon a Time, Gaia's Cradle? Okay, so we can go slightly slower now with Mountain drawn. What do I want to do? I would love an Ancient Tomb on this turn. That's what I would want to do. Okay, so I think we want to go Mountain, Grindstone. And then obviously next turn we will Painter Servant. If we could draw one of our soul lands for next turn, that would be pretty interesting. Badger Mole Cub. Yep. Atraxa, okay. Turn 2, Atraxa's pretty good. Not gonna lie. All right, what do you got? This. So we're gonna... Man, this is rough. We can Pyroblast this. All right, so we can Pyroblast it. I think that's what we have to do. They have an Endurance in their hand. I want to go a little slower, so let's Pyroblast this silly Atraxa. And then I guess we're going to hope to not die, but it doesn't seem great, fam. Thoughtseize. There goes my bridge. Or my painter. Took the bridge. Collector Roof, that's pretty great. And then Hardcast Once Upon a Time. Badger Mole Cub. Cool, 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 cool. Alright, there's a Saga. Oh, I guess we'll make everything blue. What's gonna happen? Deal 2-2-2-2. Got a land. So the Badger Mole Cub, that's got to come at the expense of something, right? So does this deck become a little less fidgety and resilient and more explosive for like turn 2 natural orders, but you don't have that grind? What are we doing? 10 mana. That is a lot. Crater Hoof? Are we gonna Green Sun Zenith up a Crater Hoof? That would be cool. Yeah, there it is. X is 8. And then we're just gonna eat shit and die? Okay. Let's concede this game. Try and pick it up in the sideboard. Alright, we want the 2 Furies. And we want the Blood Moons. Maybe we want the Untimelies. And then we do not want the Karns. Soul Guide's not great. I mean, it's not great, but it's not awesome. We don't need all these blasts. Let's cut a couple of blasts. 2 of those. Let's cut a Fable. Let's cut the Soul Cauldron. And we'll roll. We'll roll with this. So Untimely can redirect their endurances. Could redirect Force of Vigor too, maybe? No, that's got 2 targets. Can't redirect Force of Vigor unless they only cast it on 1 mode. It can blow up any artifacts they might have. It can... Actually, maybe is Untimely not great against the green deck that's going to be putting things into play. Well, I guess we'll find out. I will play first. And I like this hand. We'll keep. All right, we don't have a whole lot to go off of with the Goblin Engineer, but I do think I want to put a Dragon Engine into my graveyard. Ignoble Hierarch. I don't want to kill that. We're going to do the Goblin Engineer. And like I said, we're just going to put a Dragon Engine in the graveyard. Boop. And then we're going to see what happens. We're going to hope that letting him develop a second turn will not kill us. Although it did last game. Okay, Wasteland. That's cool. What do we want to do on my turn? We can Goblin Engineer and Fury, basically my whole hand away. Badgermaul Cub. Alright, so I am going to Fury. Man, a Simian Spirit Guide would be just the nuts here. Pyroblast. Okay, so that lets me throw the Pyroblast instead of the Fury. Or instead of the Goblin Engineer, the second one that I want to keep in my graveyard, or keep in my hand. So let's Fury, cast by exiling a red card. They are going to get their Wasteland back, but I'm also going to kill their creatures. So we'll divide it like that. Click done. Kill all your guys. You get your Wasteland back. Disruptor Flute. That's okay. Are you going to name Goblin Engineer? You are going to name Goblin Engineer. Okay. I love that for me. All right. Let's attack you with my Goblin Engineer. And then we'll play a second Goblin Engineer. Oh, I can't. I keep forgetting about the second part of Flute. Making everything cost more. That's okay. Maybe we will just unearth the Dragon Engine on my next turn. Lightning Bolt whatever they do this turn, and then unearth the engine. Draw a new hand, attack for 5. Badger Mole Cub. And then I'm going to Lightning Bolt your cub before you can turn on your Wasteland. Alright, you do want to eat my Great Furnace, but at least you don't have a Badger Mole Cub. Okay. Let's play a Painter and make everything blue. And then let's attack you for 1. Alright, top deck Grindstone could help me turn this game around. What do we got? Another Badger Mole Cub. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Now I can't attack anymore. Urza's Saga's pretty great draw. Won't lie. My opponent has 3 cards in their hand, though. I'd be feeling a lot better if my Goblin Engineer wasn't shut off, but it is. What do we got? A Wasteland for my Urza Saga. Oh, I guess I'm not used to the play patterns. It wasn't a very good draw at all. It just ate the Wasteland. Badger Mole Cub, heck of a card. All right, what do we got? Great Furnace. All right. This guy can go and get land, sacrifice another creature, search your library for a land card, put on the battlefield tapped. All right. And Birds of Paradise could be a Talon Gates. It feels like this one has slipped away from us. We are just like a couple of draw steps away. We don't have very much time, though. This white's attacking for a lot. What do we got? Ancient Tomb. We'll play it. Let's unearth the Dragon Engine. This could be the way forward. Draw Fury, maybe? I don't know what that would do. Fury, red card, and Grindstone. I guess that would be like the best 3 cards to draw. Simian Spirit Guide and a Red Blast wouldn't be terrible. And a Grindstone. I just don't know what we've got in the face of this guy. Discard our hand. I would like to discard our hand. All right, so we drew stuff that doesn't really matter in face of a 5/5 white. I think it's 5/5. Yeah, doesn't really super matter. Attacking with the Dragon Engine also doesn't matter. His 5/5 just absorbs it. Got the Blood Moon. It's probably too late. Alright, something that is better than a Birds of Paradise. Oh, a Wasteland is better than a Birds of Paradise. Do you have another Badger Mole Cub so you can get my guys? Thoughtseize, that's fine. I imagine you take the Fable here and not the Blood Moon. Although the Blood Moon can turn off the lair of the Hydra, so they might be incentivized to take the Blood Moon, but no, it's the Fable. Fable makes a blocker, digs for the Grindstone, makes another blocker. We are, I think, going to block this time. And then let's see. What would you like to do, opponent? Wasteland me. Okay. I accept. I will draw a mountain. Player's a Saga. I guess there's no reason not to jam the Blood Moon. Our out is now top of the deck Grindstone. Your guy's slightly bigger. So now you have a 2-turn clock and you have a forest. Double forest. Feel like you have endurance in your hand. And none of this even matters. What do we got? Goblin Engineer. We'll play it. Costs 5. We'll play it. We'll block with it. We'll try to draw Grindstone again on my turn. Alright, we got the white attacking in. We are going to block with this Goblin Engineer and take one last draw step. See if the Grindstone's there for the Hail Mary. Whoop! Blood Moon. Hey everybody, welcome back to the last round. We're on the die roll. We're going to play first. Alright, we played against back-to-back blue-black decks and then lands variant, Cradle Control variants. Do I want to keep this hand? This hand is doing basically only one thing. Who am I playing against? I don't know this person. If I play the turn 1 Saga, I'm locked into making constructs and then killing after the constructs. Okay, let's try it. We're gonna lead on Saga and then go into Ancient Tomb. Mulligans to 5 cards. Maybe we're just gonna eat it to Oops All Spells. If they are some kind of fair deck, though, and they're on 5 cards, we might be in a good spot. Alright, Wasteland or... Okay, so it's not Oops All Spells. And they did not lead on Wasteland. Island Tamio, Ponder, okay. I like our position. We're gonna start making constructs. They're down resources. They're gonna have to play on the back foot. We now have a red source too. That's great. All right, so here we go, Ancient Tomb. I think I would like to Saga game and not put any spells on the stack yet. Next turn I can play the Great Furnace. If they have a dress down, it's pretty terrible. Just take 4 damage for no reason. All right, we will make another construct. We're going to go get the grindstone, and we're going to play Great Furnace. And we're going to smash for 4. Okay. Next turn, we can play a painter and grind. Felia. I can't really do anything about Felia. Red Blast does not help here at all, unfortunately. And due to... Okay, so I could... Yeah, I'm going to lead with an Ancient Tomb and another Painter. I'm going to turn everything blue. Force this. Everything's blue. Attack for 4. I wish I had the last mana to push with the combo here. They don't have the plow yet. They could Quantum Riddler here, draw a card, attack with Felia, draw a card, looking for the plow. Yep, and then are you bouncing the Riddler? Okay, I will block your dog. You get your guy back. If they don't draw, if they draw a plow, they should absolutely do it right now. Yeah, all right, they did not get the plow. So what do we want? We definitely want these untimely malfunctions. I feel like we don't want Karn. I feel like we don't want Karn. We don't want this Soul Cauldron. I don't think we want the Soul Guide Lantern. I think they have a Murktide region in their deck, but that's okay. We want everything else. So the question is do we want the Furies over the Karns? I think I do. We're going to try it this way. There's something to be said for maybe trying out the Blood Moons on the play, but I'm pretty sure that this deck has a number of basic lands in it, maybe 3 or 4 basic lands or more. Yeah, I don't think Blood Moon is the way to fight this exact matchup. doesn't seem right. So we'll roll with the Furies. I'm not sure how strong these are. Pretty much means that Felia has been on the table. It also lets us kill Stoneforge Mystic. They are also a Stoneforge Mystic deck. All right, we've got the combo. I think I'm going to go for the turn 2. So we'll play turn 1 Ancient Tomb Painter, and then we'll play turn 2 Grindstone. Try to kill him. All right, probably a Consign to Memory. Brainstorm, Spell Pierce. Consign, not Spell Pierce, Consign. Okay, that's fine. We do have a Lightning Bolt for the first dog or Stoneforge. Ponder, you got it. Looks like they mulliganed again. 1, 2. Yep, they did. All right, they put a Tundra into play. And let's see what we get. Anything good? A mountain. All right, cool. I think I think I'm gonna play the monkey. We'll play it out. Puts us a little farther away from a Fury, but we currently can cast Fury. Wasteland on our Ancient Tomb. It's not the worst thing that they could do. The Simian Spirit Guide running it out on turn 2 might seem a little silly, but we are going to start putting a little bit of pressure on him. So let's attack. And then we're going to play a Grindstone. We will Lightning Bolt Ophelia if they play one. Okay, great. They didn't. Look at all these basic lands. Not even fetching them. Well, I guess they fetched the island. All right, so we're going to keep attacking with our Simian Spirit Guide. I love to see them wastelanding an Ancient Tomb. Goblin Welder's great. That's just the win next turn. Attack you for 2. Here's the Felia. Swords to Plowshares. Okay, so not the win next turn. There's the Felia, and I would like to Lightning Bolt that Felia. It's unfortunate I didn't have the stop on my end step. Maybe I should have once they cast the Felia so that I could make the play. Oh, yeah. It mattered too. Well, they weren't able to do anything either. And they want to race. So what would be a good draw? I'm not sure what would be a good draw. Goblin Engineer, probably. Okay, my Grindstone's gone forever. That's okay. I do have a backup. And I want to Lightning Bolt your Felia. And then attack. All right, so best draws are Goblins or Painter. Love that. We're playing another Simian Spirit Guide. And we're going to attack with this one. Putting the pressure on. Alright, so it's a 3-turn clock right now. So I could have, if I had not cast the monkey, I could have grindstoned whatever this is. Hydroblast. Okay. Urza Saga, great. And then we're going to attack you. And I don't think I want to grindstone myself looking for the Phyrexian Dragon Engine. All right, let's hit you. I don't think you have Snapcaster Mages in your deck. What do we get? Engineered Explosives and a Brainstorm? Okay. Fury. Fury is not a bad one. Let's attack you down to 5. And then we will pass. We don't want to do Fury yet. I'm really worried about a land and a Quantum Riddler. But barring that, we might have... Yeah, we won it. All right. So we ended up finishing up this league with a 3-2. It's pretty great. We got back our entry fee, playing for infinite. Little chest to go positive with. Deck was good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed playing it. We had kind of a fair league. None of the matchups felt like they were unfair or unwinnable. We have the tools to beat blue-black. We have the tools to beat Cradle Control. We showed in the matches that we could. We paired against those, or very similar decks, maybe not exactly both Cradle Controls, but very similar mana control decks and blue-black tempo-y decks, and we split them 1 win, 1 loss each, and then finished it up against the blue-white Stoneforge Blink deck, which I think this is the first time I've beaten it. That one felt pretty good. My opponent mulliganed a bunch of times. I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, please like, comment, subscribe. I'm really super happy with the amount of growth that I've seen on the channel already, and it would be great if we could continue that growth going into the new year. I'll see you guys the next time. Bye.